Your soul never settles. So why should you? I'll ask you again. Why should you ever settle if your soul never ever does that? My dear one, hi. I'm Lenka Lutonska, a creator of business energetics and author of energetic selling and marketing. And this is what I would love to talk to you today, in knowing that it will bring you closer to your fullness, to your true identity, to your soul, to the essence that is within you, to the diamond that you are. And therefore, replace many action hours, brings more ease into your manifestations, growth of your business, etc., etc. You see, one of the reasons why this is coming through me is because I found myself settling lately, which is bizarre to think because I'm the one who is supposed to teach, I'm the one who is supposed to guide, and I'm also a human. So let me share with you where exactly I found myself settling. You will have heard me some weeks back sharing with you via one of these videos that I have fully activated, making an 8-figure impact a year on the world, becoming an 8-figure business owner who changes millions of lives. And it was definitely and still is a moment of celebration, because that moment when you fully activate something in you is a reason why it eventually really physically happens, why we all become that woman. However, as I was tuning into that 8-figure business and 8-figure identity of me as a Lenka, there was another level showing up, and that level was creating 100 million impact on the world, 100 million revenues, if you like. And I almost got really shy, like, what's this? That's too much, and I need to be reasonable because I'm not there yet. Look, physically, I've never created even 8-figure sales revenues in a single year. I'm well used to creating multiple 7 figures a year, but I've never created 8-figure impact on the world in a year. So when something greater comes up, I got shy and I got, well, really, that's my fullness, but I'll focus on the 7-figure mouse, 8-figure impact as my next step, and started to function from that way. Until recently, when this 100 million Lenka symbolism, and that's all it is, symbolism of the fullness of your soul, started to really like shout at me, don't settle, reach here, this is your fullness, here is your fullness, here is your full journey, here is the way how you're going to create 8-figure impact, of course, and more. And so I gave myself to it. I started to really feel into that identity, who am I on that level, who is 100 million Lenka. And I cannot tell you just how much more wisdom and guidance and reassurance and ideas and how much is coming out of it. So I reminded myself, and I want to remind you too, is put aside logician, or put aside it needs to make sense when you're reaching out for that highest version of self, for the essence of your soul. Because, I remember when I never even created like 100K or 6-figure month, I remember a moment where I activated those months. Yes, some time before they happened. Actually, it wasn't even that long before it first time happened, but it was such a huge reach. I write about this moment in my book, Energetic Selling and Marketing, and it was my £1 million business in creation. It was at the time when I just gave birth to my third son, and my business was already at a nice level. I already was creating anywhere between like 5K and 20K a month. And I loved my business. And at the time, I was in that period of nestling, I think it's called, when I just felt I really want to paint the furniture, tidy up the drawers, etc., etc. So I was there painting yet another piece of furniture, refurbishing it if you like. And just the idea dropped into my mind, why am I not claiming that millionaire identity? It was so far from what I lived. Yes, I lived already a level of abundance that wasn't broke me that I was previously, that I was not never enough, that struggled financially, that had a really low self-esteem. Yes, it wasn't that. It was definitely more of a comfort and abundance and joy and all of that. But the seven-figure me, the identity that would create that impact on the world, that would be that open to receive, etc., was so far out there. Logically, I should aim for steady even 20K months. I had a couple of them, but it definitely wasn't my normal, or then 30K or 50K months. But none of that light me up so much more than that idea, divine millionaire, seven-figure impact. So as I was painting that furniture, and who knows what I was thinking about as I was painting that furniture, that idea came to my mind, why am I not claiming it now? Why wait into the future that I actually can reach to that and that I will feel more ready, etc. Why not now? If that's my desire, why not now? Why I'm not claiming it yet? And I kid you not, it was such a strong activation. I dropped that brush, that painting brush, and ran to my husband and said, Thomas, how will you feel when I will be a millionaire? That I will be so successful, I'll be a millionaire. And he smiled, he found it funny. He said, whatever makes you happy, my darling, I'll support you. And it's from there reaching to that really the highest possible, unbelievable at that time level for me, that creating that massive energetic and physical movement. I reached out of that to do in faith things that I was just too scared or not feeling ready to do before. Yes, I took more risks. Yes, I created more from completely different space. And I experienced physically the 100K month soon after, but it wasn't like steady 100K month. It was the first. And I think it took me a year or two to actually settle into that, physically become that seven-figure identity. But if I went about it logically, that my next stop is, say, 30K months or 50K months, or I'm not there yet, it would never happen in that beautiful and miraculous way. So I found myself doing something similar recently, where I'm reaching for the next obvious step, if you like, the next level of identity, 8-figure Lenka, but there is always more. There is always more. And that more really excites me. And you will have some intention, desire. There is so far removed from your physical reality, but when you think of it, it's like, it's almost like, yes, like fantasy. Like, it feels like expansion in your heart. It really, really gives you, wow, it would be a dream. That is frequency of your fullness. And there will be more after that. But that, whatever that is the identity and intention that you want to reach for, and call it into here and now. Not anything that comes before that, because anything that comes before that will be taken care of naturally along the way. I know that when I first received this 100 million idea, that one of the things that I was wondering about, and that happened with different things as well, is this just my imagination? Is this just my egoistic thinking that I want to make so much money, create so much abundance? And yes, there may be some ego involved in that. I'll admit it. Because I'm in a stage of my life where I'm, yes, experiencing total security, total freedom, lots of financial abundance. But you know what? I haven't physically manifested all I'm here to create. So there may be some ego in there. But you see, your soul's desire is to be closer to God, know itself as limitless creator. And that includes your physical needs of your ego mind, if you like, needs of your little human. So I'm not ashamed to say that in the reaching for more or reaching for the highest version of myself, there may be my ego needs. They will be taken care of, needs and desires. And it's okay. We're supposed to, in reaching for that fullness, have all parts of us fulfilled, because all of that is sacred. There is no distinction between, well, when you achieve some intentions and you manifest it, that is purely for you, maybe some luxury or beauty or whatever it might be, that is for you as a person, as a woman. That's no less sacred that in that creating, let's say, huge impact on the world, helping thousands or millions of other people and souls with their transformations, with their coming closer to their fullness, with your type of work that is just your gift. So it's no more or less sacred, it's all divine. It's all divine. So I would like you to, if you hold any, but is this just ego desire? It's just, no. Your ego desires, your desires and needs of your little human will be absolutely met in this, but there is all of that and so much more. There is your fullness, it's your essence that we have duty to reach for and call into now. So what is that for you? Now I'm talking in financial symbolism. So for me, and it may not be for you, but for me, it works and always have worked really, really well. I love money. I have great relationship with money. I know money for me is pure love. It includes, yes, my own and my family's and my dear ones, freedom and fullness, as well as wealth and fullness and transformations and impact for many, many, many people, my clients, my audience, etc., my clients' kids. It's all in there. It's all in there. It's in there. It's my purpose. It's in there. It's my mission. It's in there in my essence. So yes, I use this type of symbolism. So whether it's for you, it's 6-figure you or 7-figure you or 8-figure you or 100 million you, whatever it is that really excites your heart, reach for it. It's got all of the essence, all of your true essence in it. Now, I would like to add a few things here. That fullness of you, so for me, right now, it's 100 million Lenka. It doesn't have conditions. What I mean by that is when we reach for our real fullness and when we set, if you like, this really powerful and grand and big intentions, we often feel that we have to be more in order to deserve or even receive it. So for instance, I'll give you again personal example. As I was feeling into this the highest version of my identity, the 100 million version of me, I came to awareness that at that level, not only do I have even fuller and more authentic voice, but I allow myself to be seen by many, many, many. And the symbolism for it was that I would be appearing or appear or one of these, say, really big podcasts or a TV show or something like that. You know, those podcasts that have got millions and millions and millions of subscribers. And when I was thinking about that, say being interviewed or having conversation in one of these podcasts or with a host, fear came over me and thinking that no way, I'm not ready for this. And I don't believe in myself enough to be like, so, maybe they won't find me credible when we're talking about the masses. They will want to find you, what's the proof about what you're talking about? And it's not enough tangibly. All this came up to the surface. So from there, I battled with this for just a couple of days. What do I do with this? I'm realizing that actually my sense of self-worth is not where it needs to be, where it is when I'm in that 100 million Lenka identity. It's not there. There is a disconnect. So in other words, I became aware of my incompleteness. My sense of self-worth, belief in myself, is different to where it would be if I'm that 100 million version of me. And from there, I almost started to think, well, I need to bring my self-work over here, because only then I can start manifesting and call it in that 100 million impact, income, etc., etc. So I made the higher level of self-worth condition. Now this was happening in a quite a short time and through contemplation, etc., etc. So when I realized that, like, one moment, I shall not make it condition, because my higher self would never make it conditions. My higher self, the 100 million Lenka, or my soul essence, your soul essence, doesn't put conditions on how you need to be, or how perfect you need to be, or more of you need to be able to receive it. It doesn't have conditions. So I let go of that and realized, or acknowledged, if you like, that fine, at the moment, I'm not 100% settled with all of me in the, let's say, self-worth and different things that I would be and will be 100% settled when I'll meet that version of me in this physical reality. Fine, there is incompleteness, but part of me knows that this is who I am. I have a partially, part of me knows inside, deep knows that this is who I'm truly meant to be, this is who I am. And that's good enough, because as I activate and give myself to this version of me, I'll reach out to the next choice, the next, whatever that identity will dictate. Oh, this is a match to 100 million Lenka. This is match to 100 million Lenka. And this, as I reach for that guidance and make the next choice that is alignment, next choice that it's in alignment, and next choice that is in alignment, that self-worth will naturally grow. So it's not that gap or incompleteness that we identify between where I am now and where I'm meant to be is not a block to receiving what we're meant to receive. It's simply an invitation to put ourselves on the journey, and the journey will help us to embody that self-worth, that, become more, will become more. Does that make sense? I would like to invite you to reflect on whether you're somewhere making your incompleteness almost like a prerequisite. I've got to get there. I've got to make myself more of myself so that I can manifest that which I desire, so I can become that which I truly desire, so I can do and have that which I truly desire. And if so, step out of the way. Your soul doesn't have a conditions. Your soul essence doesn't have a conditions. You're perfectly worthy and whole as you are now. You see, this is the danger of entire self-development, if you like, industry. If you're working on yourself, there's always some sense of incompleteness. Be excited about that, because when you become aware of that incompleteness, you already, part of you knows that this is who you truly are, and you're on the journey of accepting it more and more and more every day, and you are opening yourself with that awareness to receiving more right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here today. So perhaps I have two calls to action for you, and that is that the next and next level that truly excites you, that you haven't dared calling in? How about doing that now? Can you let me know? And the second call of action is, do you let somewhere your incompleteness be a block to receiving, to becoming who you desire to be? Do you make it a condition, that incompleteness of yours? You always will be incomplete in some way, because there's always more for us, so the always more will show us what is there for us. That incompleteness is not a curse, is not a block, it's a gift. It's a gift. Okay? So take from this what you will. We'll love to hear in the comments what you're taking out of this. We'll love for you to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed to it yet. And I will see you next time. So much love. Bye-bye for now.